Now, the topic for today is American Muslim women from the U.S. marrying from abroad. Muslim males from abroad. The Muslim male from abroad, he puts such the perfect picture. It's like too good to be true if you think about it. He dresses up to the best outfits. He says this only the sweetest things come out of his mouth. He portrays himself coming from a good or the best family. He shows that he has manners and that he fears God in his actions and behavior and what he does. But once he comes from abroad to here, the story, the person is unimaginable, totally opposite. First off, if him and his wife, if he doesn't agree with what his wife is cooking, for example, he's like, "Why you cook this for me? If I wanted something, if I wanted you to cook this for me, I would have went to the restaurant. I don't need you to cook for me." And you're like, this Muslim woman's like, huh? I didn't expect that. Where'd that come from? Or he'll do anything and everything to please his family. I'm not saying disrespect your family, but to do everything that your family tells you to do, meaning put us first, put his family first. What I'm trying to say is that to not respect this, if his family tells him to disrespect his wife and kids, he goes and he does that. Show her that you have the power and she has no power. And if you have money, send all the money to us. Don't even leave a dime for your kids for their future. And don't show her that you're weak. Don't show your wife any respect, because she might take advantage of you. The American Muslim woman that lives here, that has manners and values and morals, is not like that. She doesn't need to put a front, a facade, a fake picture in front of people and show something she's not, like the Muslim male from abroad. When he gets to know her, he puts the best foot forward. But when he comes here, he's a monster. He's not a good husband. He's not a family man. He goes inside his little office or his little room to do his own work, and he leaves his wife to take care of the kids, clean the house. He doesn't even help her with anything. It's like she's his servant. You're my servant. You do everything for me. And if you don't do anything for me, if you don't do everything I want from you, I'll beat you. I'll put you down, say you're fat, say you're ugly. Say everything I want to say. And I won't have a care for her. And if I have food in front of me, people, these stories are not fake, okay? I'm telling you, this is the truth. These are actual stories. These are non-fiction. They're not fiction, people. They'll even, I knew of one Muslim male, that he took food and he threw it right in his wife's face, because she didn't want to eat a different kind of food that his family wanted her to eat. He went and he told her, because he's used to some kind of food back home, and she's been in the United States, you know, and she's not used to that exotic kind of food. So she told him, I can't make it, I can't even stand that food. So he went and he beat her. And he threw something, food at her. And along with emotional abuse as well. I'm not saying all Muslims out there are like this. But there is a majority. I can generalize. And I've been against people, I've done my research. And these poor American Muslim women that wear the that they even tell them to wear the hijab, portraying themselves as a religious men that fear God when they don't fear nothing. These Muslim men from abroad don't fear nothing. They come here, they want the citizenship. They want to make the money, and they want to send it back home to their families so they can live in luxury while their kids sleep on the floor. And they don't have no money left to build a future for their kids. And I had mentioned to you, this is true facts. This has happened. Maybe other people won't say it, but I am willing. I have the courage to go out there and say it. I'm not saying all Muslim men are out there like that, but there's a big majority from abroad that are like that. It's bringing them from out there to here is like them being trapped in a cage and seeing all this freedom and not being able to think of how to deal with it or how to approach it. It's like an animal in a cage. But no animal should be treated in that fashion. I was talking to this young girl, and she was telling me her mom is an American Muslim woman, and her father is from back home. And she said, she told me that I tell my parents all the time, why do you guys always fight? She tells her dad, why do you always scream at my mom? Because the American Muslim woman, the American Muslim woman who was born here, the girl, this is her father, he always yells at her mother for no reason. He just tries to find anything to start up a confrontation. He'll build it all up and then just explode. They have no good communication whatsoever. Like I was at a park, amusement park the other day, and I seen what appeared to me was a Muslim woman. She was wearing a headscarf, but I asked later on to get information on her. She told me that she was born here, and I seen her husband made confrontation with her mother, and he almost attacked her. Him and his brother, which were both from back home. They almost attacked her, and what happened was an American woman. She seen that this woman's mother was going to be attacked, so she jumped out of her car and she told to the two Muslim males that were from abroad that were married to an American Muslim woman who has U.S. citizenship here. She told one of them, if you go and hurt her, I get a phone and I'm not afraid to use it. So she went to talk to them, this is what's going on, and this and so and so. So once they seen that, she, like I said, literally, this Muslim male wanted to attack his mother-in-law. His mother-in-law, him and his brother. They lunged at her. They wanted to attack her, and there was no good reason why. Because his wife, which is the Muslim woman who has a citizenship, who brought him from the other country, she was breastfeeding her baby, and he told her, you stop what you're doing now, and you get in the car, and we're leaving. Because his brother, it appeared that he was hungry, and his wife and the kids that were with her, they took a long time to get out of the park because they got lost in the park. So he told her, because he wanted to please his family, what he did was he told her, get in the car, and he closed the door. He told her, this on your father and this on the religion. He cursed on the Muslim religion, this one who so-called acted like he was religious, and he took the door. He wanted to break the door off, basically. And gosh, the anger in his face is unimaginable. And like I had said, that his wife was breastfeeding his 8-month-old baby because she was crying, and he wanted her, the so-called Muslim religious man, wanted her to stop what she was doing so he could please his brother, so he could get some food to eat, because he was pregnant and he was craving something. Well, he wasn't pregnant, but he was acting like he was craving. And he did this to his wife that brought him, the American wife who brought him, American Muslim wife who brought him from abroad. That's the thanks he gets. You see the treatment? You see the real face of the Muslim man who originally claimed to be clean cut and have manners and morals, which appeared to be the opposite. So any of you Muslim American girls that wish to marry from abroad, I suggest you think twice about it, if not 10 times. And if you have to stay alone and if you don't find a good person, why get married? It's better to be alone than to be living a miserable life, stuck with 6 kids and not knowing how to get out of the marriage. Shambles, marriage of shambles. It's not a joke, women. Some women. This is serious. This is a reality check. We don't know the depths of what the Muslim man can do if he's that aggressive. He appears to be non-aggressive when he comes, but when he comes off the boat, he's more aggressive than a hungry tiger. That's food for thought. Thank you very much for the time.